Hello, Facebook world.
I'm
We're
sorry.
live.
It's been so long since we were able to do
Hi.
this. Our conversations in consciousness. Okay. Hello, everybody.
Conversations in consciousness. What is consciousness?
Consciousness. You know, I know what the definition is, just so you know.
Consciousness includes everything and judges nothing.
Including judgment. What if you didn't judge judgment? What if you didn't judge anything? Hi, Jasmine.
Hello, Jasmine.
We call her Princess Jasmine. So consciousness includes everything and judges nothing. Do you ever spend any time thinking about what you truly desire?
You know,
I do.
I like the thing about being present with everything,
Hi, Tommy
judging
Maples.
nothing, and having choice and ease with everything.
You can't have that.
But I can.
Yes, you can. So,
You can too. Facebook land.
So one of the things I ask myself every day is if I'm really ready to have ease and joy with everything. Like including the things that are not awesome, like, I don't know, cleaning kitty litter or something like that, or losing someone you love or something like that. But really, how much ease and joy you'd like to choose now?
But also the awesome stuff too, like getting a free upgrade on your plane ticket, or
Just
hotel
sitting with your
room.
best friend, have a conversation.
Or having your best friend have her afternoon free so you can play.
Yes.
And celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
As an aficionado of tequila, I'm a big fan of this holiday.
Yay,
even though I
tequila.
think it is like something weird, actually, history-wise. I
Isn't
forget.
it
I feel like
Mexican
Pedro down the street at
Independence Day?
I think
so
Pedro
bad.
told me there was something about it.
Oh,
was
it's
negative.
probably-
But
yeah.
anyway,
All right,
we're going to
well.
celebrate because it's Sunday /
Because
Cinco de Mayo.
celebrating is part of what I desire in life every day.
It's one of
What do
my
you
words for the year.
desire?
Yeah, what do you truly desire?
Celebrating?
Yeah, it's celebrate, contribute, celebrate, I forget, I say them all in order. Contribute, celebrate, God darn it. Anyway, I do a thing called a miracle morning every day where you,
Complicating.
not complicating everything.
Complicating.
I was looking at one of my things
We
on
made
my,
that word up, guys.
we did, we know it's not a word, it's just words. We like to play with words a lot, especially when
Complicating and complifying.
they grab the energy of something that silly that maybe we're doing to slow down our life, or to slow down receiving what we truly desire, or creating, generating, instituting, or actualize what we truly desire. I'm not a big fan of slow in general. Only a couple things I like slow. Anyway, I do this thing called the miracle morning every morning, where I kind of look at what do I truly desire. What would I like to have show up? What would actually be fun for me? What would nurture me? It's just like a new thing for me. I was never into nurturing myself. Hi, Andy Perry. I was never into nurturing myself before. I mean, I just bought myself a sauna. I'm going to Maui in a few weeks because, I just wanted to. It's not a seminar. I always go somewhere because it's a seminar. I'm not going for any reason other than fun, and I'm going to do massages and drink cocktails on the beach and see waterfalls and things like that. What if you spend a little time looking at hey, I've gotten older. She tells me I'm not old. But anyway, I've gotten older and I'm thinking, oh my God, how much of life do I have left? What do I want to experience before I'm dead? What do I want to contribute?
You can have that conversation with yourself at any age, by the way.
Are you having it?
Yeah. I've been having that conversation
What do you
since
truly
I was
desire?
18. Many things. Much more travel. I've been asking what movement and what travel and what things can I add to my life. And I've been doing a lot more local moving around.
Yeah.
So my
Elliot,
little
our neighbor. What up?
sphere of location has been expanding, and I've been wanting a new couch, and then my dad was visiting, and he loves estate sales, and so he was on Craigslist looking for estate sales, and I was working on my computer, and I happened to glance over right as there was this white leather sofa on his screen, and I looked over and I was like, what's that? And 2 hours later, I had a new sofa in my living room. It was awesome, and it was so simple. So when you know what you desire, and you can have some clarity with it, then it's really easy, and then you can just take the action, make choices as they show up. Oh, hello, other viewer, Sergey.
So the thing is, people make it really complicated. They'll have a point of view that well, I can't have that, and when I watch people about dating, they're like, all of the good ones are taken, or men, bleh, or women, bleh. And
Even
I'm like,
the sofa, I could have been like, well, I don't have a car, and how am I going to find it, and it's too expensive to have what I want, and this and that. I could have come up with a million stories and reasons and justifications and things for why.
she's good at that.
I couldn't have it.
I mean, I was too.
Who isn't? I mean, we're taught to be experts at excuses for things and limitation, and
I'm ready to give up my expert status.
instead just being like, oh, I'd like a sofa whenever it shows up, however it shows up, and A little bit, there was the awareness when my dad was here, like, oh, he rented a car, now I have access to a car. So there's that little inkling of like, ooh, what would it take for it to show up now? And that timing, that magic of like, here's the sofa right when I have the resources available and the price and the budget and all the things, and they just poof, magic. And simplification.
Well, you know, we've all read, or a lot of us. Hi, Maria Calenda. Hi. We used to work together at the Celine restaurant, and we used to have conversations in the wine room about everybody's life.
I hear many stories about this.
Many stories. Anyway, so it was funny. You know, I was ready to say something, and then I saw Maria was on there because I actually was at Bloomingdale's today with my friend Susan, who was visiting from Philly. Yo, Sus. And I had been there once, and she left to go pick up her friends and do the work she has to do. And I was like, there was these teacups that I saw once, and I was like, I don't want to buy a teacup today. Blah, money something. In the last year. And I went downstairs and thought, maybe they have those beautiful teacups. And I actually drink coffee out of a giant mug. So I'm not sure what I was, bulletproof coffee. I was not sure why I was wanting these, but I went downstairs. I couldn't find them anywhere, but there's 3 teacups left and they let me purchase them. And they're so freaking beautiful that I'm going to like make coffee and pour it in little tiny teacups. I'm going to have a tea party with myself every day.
They let you purchase them.
The lady was like, everything's on sale here. You're fine. But I was like, there's no place where they actually have these teacups for sale. They were part of the
display.
Oh,
I was like, what do you mean? It's a store.
No.
They let you purchase them.
They weren't matching. Like, I just bought pieces of them, and I just thought, well, I wanted those teacups a year ago, and I wouldn't let myself have them because of some weird point of view. But I'm like, what if you just dumped all your points of view and every single thing that made you slow down receiving?
Just let them all go.
It's so easy to, like my friend Susan, I said to her today about the makeup bag she had. I'm like, that is so beautiful. She goes, here, you can have it. And I was like, oh, no, I can't have that. And I thought, okay, I'm practicing receiving from people. I'm usually like the giver.
It's a practice. You got to build that muscle.
I'm always the giver. So, and it was weird. I had to be like, I'll receive that. Like, thank you. And then she got so happy to gift it to me that she came over and she goes, I have these socks that have cash money on them. Do you want them? And I was like, they literally were the socks she wore last night on a plane 15 hours from England. And I went, you don't have to give me your socks just because I'm good at receiving in this 10 seconds. And she goes, no, but these are like perfect. You think money's fun? And I was like, oh yeah, okay, cool. And then she said something to me.
You're gonna wear them for money.
She expected me to wear them before I wash them. I was like, I'm sorry. Even if you didn't sweat, I can't wear your dirty socks.
Oh, an avocado farm. That sounds so fun. I was just talking with somebody yesterday about how fun it would be to have an avocado tree in my apartment. I've been growing my little garden at home, and she just got a lime tree and a cilantro plant, and if she added an avocado tree, then she'd have all the making for guacamole.
Oh my God.
Oh, not a lemon tree, a lime tree.
She needs an onion maybe, or some garlic powder. But yeah, you got it almost.
I mean, the basics.
But I would love to have that, and I have this tiny little cement patio that I don't know how I would grow anything really, but I mean in pots. But the point is, if like, hi Doc. The thing is, if you actually truly desire something, a lot of times you'll go for it as long as you don't have a point of view that conflicts with it.
Yeah, that you can't have it.
Yeah, and the point of view, first off, is there, like, when you come out of the womb as a tiny baby, is there anything you can't have? No. It's heavy when I say that. Like, everyone knows that's bullshit. It's bullshit. You may grow up in a crazy family with nothing, in a country with nothing, but there are people that just go for it, man. They just go for it. They have some sort of burning desire inside them that gets them going. And like, what if you have that little candle flame in there and you could fan it up and have a burning desire too?
Here's the thing, because I didn't feel like I had that. And
I know.
And like, I needed to have that in order to choose what I desired. And what I've been learning is that you don't need that. You just could like get up and like choose the next thing that's in front of you, whatever that is, that's like light and fun and true for you. And just keep choosing in that direction. It's not like there's like that magic spark. It's the choices that you make that create the life that you have in the future that you have.
I think some people, I can't tell. Hey, Elliot, you're so funny. Awesome, Elliot. I'm glad you figured out what you truly desire.
So which comes first, the avocado plant?
And who do you think's eating your avocados? Like a rat
the
or
horse,
a cat?
The shotgun?
And by the way, we'll get all our avos from you then if they're good energy avos.
Avocados.
Yum, yum, yum. I'm keto, so it's all about the avos now. Okay? I am obsessed with keto. I already have a lot of energy as a person. But I have even more energy now.
Oh boy.
Okay?
Look out,
I bought
world.
a sauna. I am all about it right now. And I have this little thing that shows you like I'm doing the Dr. Gundry, who wrote The Plant Paradox, about how plants protect themselves. It's really in the consciousness of plants. I'm doing his version of keto, so that's even cooler.
Consciousness. Speaking of avocados, we're going to go eat some guacamole, celebrate some Cinco de Mayo.
It's a true story.
Hope all of this...
Wait, but we have to leave them with something fun. Just
Okay,
because, because I think it's important what she was saying. Like, she had the point of view that she couldn't have these things. I had points of view about some of the stuff in my life, but she had it about a lot of it, right?
I'm more at the point of view, like...
That it could be fun, that work
that
could
I
be fun.
needed some, like, external source of motivation. No, I had the point of view that work should be fun. But I didn't have that, like, burning passion, desire for something. Like, I just didn't have that drive that people talk about. But it's not required. You just choose. You just keep choosing in the direction of what you're interested in.
Major Blanchfield.
It took me a long time.
Yeah, she's leaving because of you, Elliot. It's all about you.
No, you're just making me
She's
hungry
starving.
for avocados.
Stop talking about avocados. The girl's hungry right now.
I
And I'm
want
doing
avocados.
keto, dude. All I had was some macadamias, a meat stick, and bulletproof coffee. And I'm loving it.
Avocados.
I think the point is, you know, we've had conversations before in Consciousness where we talk about what is true for you will always lighten you up emotionally. You'll be like, oh, I feel later, like that's fun. And what is not true for you will make you heavy. It'll be negative. It'll be like, man, I can't have this. Man, like life is mad. Like, look at my face when I can see my face. I'm like, blah. So what if, like, you just actually began to follow what was light for you? That's funny. Hi, Jennifer Ennicker. I didn't think of tagging you in the video, but hi, Jennifer. Welcome. But we were talking about
Avocados. Wait,
we were talking about many
we were
things.
talking about
This is ADD on
something
steroids
fun to
right
leave
now.
you with.
This is keto ADD steroids.
Light and heavy?
Light and heavy. Hi, Brenda O'Neill. So the light and heavy is really the truth will always lighten you up. Whoop. And a lie like, I hate you, will always make you heavy. And because in that moment she bought into my lie. And I bought into my like, you're wrong. Like, I just can't even say that about anything to anybody because people are just who they are. What would it be like if you went through your life and whoever everybody was being around you didn't affect you at all? Like, unless it was like a positive way and you're just kind of like, oh, cool. This one's kind. This one's grateful. This one's judgmental. This one's happy.
Before you go too far on your tangent,
I live on a tangent.
the thing about this tool and how it relates to what we've been talking about is that when you know what you're interested in creating and things show up in your world, there's an energy to what you're interested in creating, whether it's my sofa or Elliot's avocado farm or Mikam's trip to Hawaii. There are certain choices, there are certain things that will add to that, to creating more of that. And the trip to Hawaii may add to creating even more of like the energy that Mika wants as her life. The sofa adds to more of the energy of what I desire my whole life to be. So as things show up, when they have that lightness, when they match the energy of what you're interested in creating, then you go, oh, that will add more of that energy in my life. And it's that lightness, following that lightness, that sense of that energy of it. Do you have a different way of saying that?
I was just thinking that I light up when I think about something.
Yeah.
I light up. I don't just lighten up, I light up. I go, when somebody said you could buy a sauna for like $1,000, I was like, what? Why don't I already have a sauna? I have a basement. I mean, I have a garage. I put it in my garage. And then I decided to redo my garage. I did a whole bunch of old stuff from my old business with my business partner. I got it all moved the next week. I'm putting in a ping pong table and hot tub.
And the thing is,
because I was like, someone said to me, sauna, beach, $1,000.
Here's the thing I just realized. That spark, that like driving, burning motivation, it does, like when those things show up, that energy shows up too. Like when I saw that picture of the sofa, I was like, oh, I could have that, right? Like, and then I was like, oh, like, let's go. Like the action, the motivation for the action was not an effort. It was simple.
Remember, we have one of the books we started writing, there's like a thing about effort. Like effort is so not fun. No. Okay. And the thing is, things are effortful if you make them an obligation or a problem or something. And if you don't do that, it's like no effort. You just do, and you just create, and you just choose. And it's a lot simpler. There's no effort to it.
I'm like laughing at Elliot's
Elliot,
comment. When did you start
smoking? We don't smoke anything.
We don't
this
smoke.
Is just us.
But here's the thing: it's like how much do people
work.
smoke to get a sense of lightness or to have more fun and joy in their life? Where if you just choose what is light for you,
and or fun or joy,
you get
can just
there.
Choose that. So
if you're choosing what's fun, would you need to smoke, or could you just be having fun?
Yes, I'm putting a hot tub in my garage.
I can't wait.
I know. Hot tub. I was going to say time machine. That didn't make any sense. It is a movie.
It's a movie.
I know, but I'm not sure why I said that. And you're thinking of a skit on SNL, Good Times, Hot in Hot Tub. It's Eddie Murphy, anyway. But yeah, I'm putting a hot tub. I'm going to make it like a spa or something in my garage with ping pong. It's going to be all my favorite things because I have a gigantic garage. It's as big as my house. I wouldn't judge people that smoke. It's 100% their choice.
Yeah.
I don't really want to need anything. I kind of just like to choose. Elliot, I'll let you know when there's a hot tub in my garage. I promise. Okay? Because it is part of a fulfilling my like,
Everyone's
wow.
going to want to be your friend now.
Everyone wants to be my friend anyway, because I'm super fun.
How did I get so
super
lucky?
fun like Elwood's from whatever that movie is.
fun.
Anyway, the point is when you actually just start to look at what you truly desire and go for it, you will lighten up. And if you actually don't tell yourself a story of that you can't have it, which by the way you'll notice will heavy you up, I can't have this. Somebody was saying something to me the other day about like the person I asked my business advisor, hi Bob Armstrong, like what kind of man he pictured me dating at one point. And he went through a bunch of characteristics that were things that I, of course, would pick and could imagine. But then he added one thing that was like, it blew me away. I was like, wait, what? I can have that? And I called up Adele and I was like, and I said, and it was just something, it was something funny. But anyway, I don't feel like sharing on Facebook Live.
Oh my goodness.
But like he was just describing a man. And it was like one of those aspects that I hadn't considered that I could have in my life. And I was like, wow, okay. And so I was like, what point of view do I have that's limiting me from knowing this is possible for me? This kind of a relationship that would be that satisfying and fun.
I just keep coming back to my favorite game to play, which is like, you can have that. So
You
it's
can,
like,
I can have that.
whatever
So-
it is
What?
that you're asking for. It's fun to play with a friend. You
Yes,
just go
it
like,
is.
okay, what would you like to have in your life? A hot tub. You can have that.
Thanks.
And
What would
just
you
go
like
back
to
and
have,
forth.
friend? You already got your sofa.
I'd like new curtains and a new furnace.
And what if there's something greater
I
than
know.
that?
I
It's
know,
like you're
but
so
that's-
cute.
I'm
You
in
want a
my,
new
like-
furnace? You don't own the building.
I'm
Like,
getting
what?
one. I can have that.
Okay, you can have that. I was like,
I'm getting
oh,
it.
a building.
No,
Oh, would you like a building?
no, not right now.
Okay. Well, what else would you like? And I don't mean to say your dreams are gigantic, but new curtains. I could buy you new curtains today.
I'd like a trip to Ireland.
I've been to Ireland. It was beautiful. Don't kiss the Blarney Stone. They say the locals pee on it at night.
Ew, gross.
Elliot, do you want to unlock your negative thinking or do you love it? Because some people love it. I used to love being a victim. It was the most fun game ever. Until it limited every single possible thing from occurring in my life and made my body sick and wasn't kind to my staff, all the things. So the thing is, like, you can love, like, my mom and other people, well, I'm not going to say it, but some
The
people
first
love
thing-
to be angry or cranky.
The
Like,
first
what
thing
if you...
is just to notice where you have negative thinking
She's very good at this.
and notice, is it serving you, or was it serving you at some point that it no longer is? Hate and love are kind of opposite sides of the same coin. So if you hate it, you kind of also somewhere love it, and you can ask yourself like, okay, what do I love about this? And then just like notice it and be like, okay. So, and you can also like, so we also talk about this tool of like, who does it belong to? So if you're like, what if you're way more psychic than anyone has ever, and not psychic from like, oh, I'm gonna look into the crystal ball and like, but just super aware of everyone's thoughts, feelings, and emotions around you and picking up all of their stuff and just like picking it up and buying it as real. And my favorite description of this is it's like a game of telephone where like one person goes, I'm bored, and then the other person goes, I don't know, something that rhymes with, sounds like it.
I'm stored?
I'm a bored. I'm stored. I don't know.
I'm a gourd.
And I'm a gourd.
So-
I'm hungry for gourd. But you just like pick up other people's stuff and kind of like fit it into your own
Hi, Jim
life.
Dodream. We went to SNL
And,
together
oh, that's
1,000
fun.
years ago.
That sounds fun.
It was fun. After party.
I'm going to see Third Eye Blind. That makes me very
You're leading
happy.
a semi-charmed kind of life.
I am.
So
A very charmed kind of life. Anyway, so then you just notice it and you let it go. It's a choice. That's a choice.
So here's the thing is like, if you're super aware of the thoughts, feelings, and emotions of people around you, you'll often think their junk is your junk. So basically I just have to spend time, I spent 3 hours going, is that my energy or someone else's? And it pretty much would kind of melt every time I asked the question, who does this belong to? Or is that mine? And it was like heavy. I was like, oh,
Turn it
not
to
mine, cool.
sender.
I did it for 3 hours, realized it was never mine, that I was pretty much ebulliently happy most of the time.
Emojis are awesome.
I think you should, take a moment and put an emoji on there. Woo! A little heart or a smiley face or like even Linky cry tears or
Be bold.
even a poop emoji is fun. So
All
even
right.
if you're being negative, it's poop.
So you've got some good
My
tools
grandma
there.
used to say pooping was the poor man's only pleasure.
Oh my god.
She had some interesting points of view. Grandma Murphy. The point is, what if you could actually choose your life in one 10-second increment at a time?
Yeah.
We're going to choose to go have margaritas and have fun. And
Margaritas!
we're going to have fun and look to be a contribution to every single person around us.
Emoji, you did it!
Way to go! Woo!
Yay!
Bring it on! So, yeah, what if you could actually choose your life and begin to look at what was true for you by knowing it would lighten you up and that whatever was a lie would be heavy. And just notice that if you're heavy, 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 you're probably lying to yourself. Cool. You could
Just
look
think,
at it.
if heavy makes your face go like this and light makes your face go like this, what is that going to create for your appearance?
Yes, it'll even just, well, they do say it uses more muscles to smile and less to frown. No, it uses more to, no, it's the
That's
reverse.
the other way around.
Sorry, it's the reverse.
It takes less muscles to do this. We're very proud of you too, Elliot. Yay!
Big thumbs up.
And more to frown. It takes many muscles because there's this muscles and this muscles and this muscles.
And what if you just like this was the
Simplificate-
target of this, by the way, was simplifying
Smile.
your life.
Simplifying.
It was not complficating it,
Not
okay? Because there
complicating.
should be like a in there because it really is what you're doing. If you're telling yourself stories and lies, you could just notice them and stop. And if you have stuff in your life that isn't serving, whether it's a relationship, an employee, like I had all those boxes of stuff in my office from 1,000 years ago that just need to be shredded and stuff, and now my basement's going to get to be my playroom.
And don't
it's
judge
going to be
yourself
my woman
if you
cave,
notice,
my
like,
woe man
that
cave.
you're having negative thoughts or like limiting points of view or any of it. Just notice it. Like, okay, I'm doing
Oh,
that.
fun! I'm judging myself. You know,
Is it working for me? If it is, cool. What else could I choose that would work better for me? And if it's not working for me, what else could I choose that would work better for me?
Well, I think I just sort of look and I go, I'm looking at stuff. There was like a certain amount of money in my bank account, and I just went, that's weird. It stayed the same, and I put a certain amount every month over, and I needed it for different things. Not the sauna, by the way. But I was like, this is weird. It like didn't grow like it had been growing. And then I asked myself, was I willing to receive above that number? And it was super heavy. I was like, oh, I'm not actually willing to have more than that. Like that was like the set point I had decided or something like that. And so I've been just asking questions going, oh, how do I change that? Okay. Because like just we'll have weird set points in our life that limits everything. You just kind of look and go, what? You know, it's funny because when you say your dreams, I am like so aware of like this for you.
Oh, yeah.
Do you do the same for me? Where you're like looking at what you know I can choose and I don't see it yet? Because I see all the things that you've already like creating.
No, I mean,
when I
you're
asked
pretty
you, you
good.
didn't say one of them. It was interesting. Until you said more travel. That was...
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just more focused on the small things right now.
super late,
It's
right?
all right. It's all there. That was you asked. That was where my attention
I'm totally
was.
kidding. I'm totally kidding. I was just like, wow. Well, I was actually just asking, are you aware of those?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if you were.
Yeah.
I always just like it if she...
I think the things that are like actually up for the like choosing, creating, and changing in my life right now are the things around my house. Those are the ones that are most present in this moment.
And Marie Kondo, if you watch her, I mean, her book is
Oh,
brilliant.
so
If you
good.
really just keep the things in your life, whether it's your personal life or your head, which is what I was talking about, or your body. It's part of why I'm doing keto. And because I was just like, I don't need whatever this extra is. Like, let's just get rid of it.
I walked past a sign outside a store that said like, "What if everything in your home was joyful for you?" or something like that, like spark joy. It's great.
I like to think of it as like, hi, Dominique. Long time no see. What if everything in your home like nurtured you?
Mm-hmm.
Nurturing is like one of my favorite words right now. It's something I never really chose for myself. I wasn't really nurturing of myself. People would tell me I was nurturing, and I was like, really? Because I don't see myself that way. Maybe not. She doesn't either.
Wait, what?
Maybe she doesn't either.
No, I wasn't. I just, yeah.
All right, we're probably going to go drink margaritas and celebrate.
A
a good
book
one.
I would highly recommend if you like this conversation and you're interested in more is Being You, Changing the World by Dr. Dane here. And you can get it on Amazon. And it covers these tools and so much more for
it's
every
beautiful.
area of your life. It's a really beautiful, beautiful book.
Until our books are
Being You,
written.
Changing the
I mean,
World.
they're half
Yeah.
written, a bunch of them. We're actually going to get to
We'll
write
keep
with
you
each other
posted
for
on
the first
those.
time in like a year.
Yay!
Friday! Ha! That's very exciting.
Thank you guys for joining us for
Yes.
this conversation and consciousness, for this conversation about what's fun for us. And I hope it was a contribution to you guys.
What would you like to create that you've never been willing to create?
And what could
Before.
you choose and simplify in your life that would allow it to show up even faster and easier?
What if you just notice when you look around at stuff that it's heavy? And you're willing to like
Being you, changing the world. Changing the world. Being you, changing the world. We'll write it in the comments. I'll put a link.
Yeah, by
for you.
Dr. Dane here, and it's spelled funny, so we'll put it in the link too.
Yeah. Thank you for asking.
Bye, adorable people.
Bye, cuties.
Bye.
Have a great Cinco de Mayo.